What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 91, and we start today's episode off with a couple of international friendlies with the United States of America. These were actually played before the Chelsea game in the last episode, but I just looked over my footage and I completely forgot I had them and I forgot to show them, so sorry about that. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, we know that we're not really managing the USA, we're just setting up a squad and letting them play, but still. The USA took on South Africa. They won the first game 2-0, and the second game against Australia finished as a 0-0 draw. We also had a representative in this game. Jason Davidson came off the bench, but it was still a scoreless finish. So 0-0 in this game, 2-0 in the first one, and there you go. You'll then see a youth squad monthly report, and then we have a squad report, and then we have a league table before the first of two games today. But as this is going to be Wednesday afternoon for you guys, you might be wondering what's going to be happening to the career mode schedule. Now I've started my new series called Club and Country, which is another career mode. Obviously, it's a Road to Glory one, a bit unique. Go check it out if you haven't already. As I already said, career mode, this one is still going to be the main focus. I'll still be uploading at least one video every single day, and I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Wednesdays a double upload day. So you get 2 episodes of career mode on Wednesdays, every single Wednesday, and on the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, they'll both be double upload days as well. So I'm going to actually put more episodes of career mode out than I used to. So I'm going to do even more, even though I've now started a new series as well. So just to show you guys, this is still the main series. You know, I don't want you thinking that Club and Country is now going to take over as the #1 series and #1 priority in this channel. It's still going to be this, and I'm going to show you that by doing Wednesdays as a double upload day and Saturdays and Sundays as both as double episode days as well. So you get 3 double episode days in the week, and yeah, there you go. I can't wait for a day off, what can I say? But still, as you can see, we had a useful monthly report there. Most of the players look bang average, but a couple look okay for the future, but probably won't even bother promoting them, to be honest, because they don't look that good anyway. And here is the squad report as well. As you can see, good progression here at West Brom, and you can see why we are in first place in the table as well. Like, this side is really good. Okay, we don't have a Bale or a Messi or a Ronaldo or a Hazard or any of the world-class players that come to mind when you think about sides that always compete for the best accolades and the best achievements and honours come the end of the season. But we still got players here that are, you know, 80 plus, quite a few of them, lots in the high 70s as well. And don't forget, it's not all about the overall of the players as well. It's about the form they're showing. Niang is on course for another golden boot. We've got Lacazette, who's already started to score quite a few goals since arriving in January. With 8 games to go, we're 6 points clear. Chelsea still do have that game in hand, of course. But, you know, we deserve to be here. Like, we really, really do. We've been very good this season, and we've got a squad capable of winning the title. In the first season, I'll admit, I made some terrible transfers. You know, really, really poor, to be honest. Will Hughes for like 4 million. Guy never grew a single rating. That's not my fault, really, it's the game's fault, but even so, Hughes, Abita, you know, Roberts has done quite well. He's now a squad player, but still quite a decent signing for us. And Nastasic, of course, now a 4th choice centre back. But since the second season, we've brought in some real class to this team, a lot of good players, and we deserve to be at the top of the table. With 8 games to go, as you can see, Chelsea just played their game in hand. They won it. We are 3 points clear and have a better goal difference by +11. We really do feel as though we can win this title and shock the footballing world. But if we're going to do it, we need to keep on winning. And the first game of today's episode is going to be no exception. And we take on Wolves in a Black Country derby. Yay! Currently our only division rivals, if you will, as we take on Wolves. Kenny Jackett got promoted last year. However, this year they look as though they're going to go straight back down as they are in the relegation zone with just a few games to go. But I fancy my chances regardless here at Molineux, well, known as Ivy Lane in the game, as it is a generic stadium, but still, I fancy my chances at Molineux regardless, as we take them on away from home. But I knew it would be a difficult game, because they gave us a lot of trouble at the Hawthorns, and the first chance would fall to them as well in the 7th minute, but Ben Foster made a very good save. In the 25th minute, though, we had a free kick. Jason Davidson finds Kevin Savanier, plays it back to our left back, back to our left midfielder, back to our left mid, back to our left back. Davidson crosses the ball in, Lacazette wins the header, and it goes in. It's 1-0 to West Brom, but the flag is up for offside and the goal won't count. So Lacazette gets another goal to his West Bromwich Albion career so far, but it is disallowed through the offside flag, and correctly so. Just a couple yards offside, but a right decision by the linesman. And from the goal kick, from the free kick even, the goalkeeper McCary kicks the ball long. Dicko loses out in the air towards Mauricio. Lacazette wins it, and if he can't score a goal, he can get an assist for a goal, because he chips the ball inside towards Niang. He finesses the ball past the goalkeeper, celebrates in front of the travelling fans, and it's Wolves 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. So they may have had the first chance lost the game, but I felt very confident. I really did. I knew eventually we'd score, and we did there with Niang getting the goal. So really, really good finish there by Niang. Lovely ball by Lacazette as well over the top, and those two as a partnership work very nicely indeed. So 29 minutes in, Niang has now got 1 goal more than he had in the whole of last season in the Premier League. He won the Golden Boot last year with 20 goals. Now he's got 21. And a great chance for Lacazette to make it 2-0 here in the 43rd minute, but McCary gets the ball away and Wolves clear it. So still 1-0, but after the goal, it was all us really. Wolves didn't really look threatening at all. In the 53rd minute, we had a good chance there from a corner, but the header went over. However, they did decide to keep creep themselves back into the game a few minutes later. Jacobs goes down the right-hand side. Very good chance here as he takes on Jason Davidson, a rare starter at left-back. The cross is played in towards Edwards in the centre. It's missed. It comes to James Henry, who gets tackled, wins it back, and the former Millwall man can't make it 1-1 because he puts his shot off target. So still Wolves 0, West Brom 1, but they finally did start to look very threatening late on. Stearman's cross in was headed away, and we failed to get the ball away with McDonald finding Bukhari. They keep the pressure alive. Here's James Henry on the ball, back to Bukhari here, can't get the ball off them, can't get the danger clear. Bukhari into McDonald, off to Dicko, and it's a great save by Ben Foster, and we clear the ball away. And it was how the game finished as well. So Wolves 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, and that was a very tight game, you know, it really was. I gotta say, I predicted, you know, a relatively comfortable win. That's no disrespect to Wolves, but when you think about it, you know, right down the bottom of the table, you know, they're only a couple points off the bottom place team. We beat them at home. I felt very, very confident going into that game as we are top of the table, but it was really, really difficult. But we did manage to come through with the win. That's the most important thing. And with 7 games to go, we are still top of the table, and that is very nice to hear indeed. And for the second and final game of today's episode here, we take on St Etienne, the French side, as they travel to the Hawthorns to take us on. It was the last game of the last episode against St Etienne, and I said it was such a difficult game. They were one of the strongest sides I faced in terms of stopping them from scoring goals. And it did finish as a 2-2 draw, and I mentioned in that game as well that, you know, if St Etienne didn't go through, they'd only have themselves to blame, because in the first leg they had like 10 really good chances and really good chances to take the lead, but to get more goals, but instead they only scored 2 goals. And it sounds quite bizarre to say only scored 2 goals against the side that are currently top of the table in the Premier League, but the reality is they should have scored 5 or 6, and that is no exaggeration whatsoever. And as we take them on here at the Hawthorns, I fancied that they'd score a goal, but of course, because we had 2 away goals, they had to score 1, and if we got a goal ourselves, they'd had to score 2, and we did get a goal ourselves. In the 21st minute, Yannick Vestergaard, the giant centre-back, heads in a corner from Niang and makes it 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion. So good delivery, always aim for Vestergaard in the corners, because 9 times out of 10 he'll win the header. No real surprise with his height and strength. He does there, heads it past the goalkeeper, and makes it West Brom 1, St Etienne 0. So perfect start to this game, just 20 minutes in. Now St Etienne need to score twice, and we have ourselves a very healthy cushion. But in the 25th minute here, you see Ben Foster again getting very lucky, quite indecisive in the goal there, but in the end he did recover the situation quite well and made a good enough block to keep the score at 1-0. And in the 31st minute, Niang's free kick from range was quite comfortable for the goalkeeper, and it's still 1-0, but we had the confidence in this game, knowing that St Etienne had to score another 2 goals, so we didn't just sit there defending, trying to stop them from scoring an away goal. We kept on going ourselves, trying to get ourselves another goal and extending the lead. And in the 55th minute, they had a good chance for a header there, which went just over the bar. And just a couple minutes later, they're through again down the right hand side. Tabanu crosses the ball in towards Kojnet. It's up in the air. Hamuma collects the ball down this side for them, plays it backwards towards Lemoyne, then to Tabanu, inside towards Cardozo. Lovely football here from St Etienne. The shot comes in from Oscar Cardozo, but the shot goes wide and out for a goal kick. So it's still 1-0. We were weathering the storm, and St Etienne were running out of time. They weren't getting the ball forward enough, and in the 79th minute, they're through again. Cardozo's on the ball, keeps hold of it, finds Molo here. Ball rolls inside, picks out Hamuma on the edge of the area, back inside towards number 11, he shoots and puts it wide, and they just kept on missing the chances. Just like in the first leg, they only had themselves to blame for missing so many opportunities to get themselves more goals and go through to the semi-finals. And in the 82nd minute here, Safia Taider finds Berahino, he picks out Patrick Roberts. They're really exposed to the back, St Etienne. Roberts comes forward, and if it wasn't for a great save by the goalkeeper, it would have been good night St Etienne. Very good stop there, and I thought I could have had a penalty there as Taider ran into his man, but probably not, and it's still still 1-0. But in the 90th minute, with the score still at 1-0, St Etienne had to score 2 goals because of the away goals ruling, and a good chance here is Vestergaard heads this corner behind. They were putting us under a bit of pressure, trying to get themselves a goal, but from the corner, I noticed that they brought their goalkeeper forwards. They really were going for it, needing 2 goals, and they brought up the goalkeeper, and from the corner, Ben Foster catches the ball, quickly throws it out towards Anichebe. The goalkeeper is still in that penalty area. Anichebe gets on the ball, gives it to Saido Berahino. The goalkeeper's chasing back, but he's never going to get back to his goal on time. St Etienne can't make a challenge, and Berahino just slides the ball into the empty net, makes it West Bromwich Albion 2, St Etienne 0, and that seals it. We're through to the Europa League semi-finals. Absolutely delighted about it. I don't even know why the goalkeeper bothered. You know, they were never going to get 2 goals in stoppage time, but even so, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and definitely nothing was gained here because they conceded another goal. So it's West Brom 2, St Etienne 0, 4-2 on aggregate. And again, I'll say it again, I'll say it again, they only have themselves to blame. With all the chances they had in both legs, to only score 2 goals against our side, which, let's be honest, isn't very good defensively, was really poor. But still, we are through to the semi-finals. Absolutely delighted about that, and I really am feeling confident now that we can actually go ahead and win a pretty obscure treble, really, of the Capital One Cup, the Europa League, and the Premier League as well. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like. A reminder, the next episode of Career Mode will be up later tonight, so if you can get a like for a double upload day, that would be much appreciated, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode later on this evening.